And Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also spoken out. He condemned the Paris attack, speaking in London after unveiling a statue of 12th century philosopher Basaveshwara. The Prime Minister said that the attacks are targeted against the humanity. Modi called upon the United Nations to expedite the process of defining terrorism.
और दुनिया ने मानना पड़ेगा, कल जो पेरिस में हुआ, मानवता पर हमला हुआ, और दुनिया ने मानना पड़ेगा कि हमला पेरिस पर नहीं है, ये हमला फ्रांस के नागरिकों पर नहीं है, ये हमला फ्रांस पर नहीं है, ये हमला मानवता पर है, मानवतावादी विचारों पर है। और इसलिए मानवता में विश्वास करने वाली सभी शक्तियों ने इकट्ठे होकर के ऐसी घटनाओं की घोर निंदा करनी होगी और मानवतावादी शक्तियों ने इकट्ठा होकर के मानवता विरोधी शक्तियों को परास्त करने के लिए अपनी जिम्मेवारियां निभानी होगी।
Now, I want to bring you in, Sandeep. The Prime Minister said that there is, and he has been saying this at every international forum where he goes, for the world to define terrorism. That's when you can act against terrorism, once you define what terrorism actually is and who are the perpetrators, which are all the countries who support terrorism. So things have to be in black and white, particularly as far as terrorism is concerned.
Well, absolute Sanket. The Prime Minister is indicating Pakistan in this case. He made the statement in Wembley last night, and what he means to say is that the world has one set of rules for certain countries which support terrorism, and another set of rules for the terrorists that are active in countries like Syria, which are taking on regimes inimical to them. And this kind of ambiguity needs to end once and for all. I mean, just as the Russian foreign minister said not so long ago, Sergei Lavrov, that if it acts like a terrorist, if it walks like a terrorist, and if it looks like a terrorist, then it is a terrorist. So, I mean, what he's trying to say is that we need to have one definition for terrorism. I mean, and terrorists. We can't have this thing of good terrorists and bad terrorists. So this has to end once and for all. And that's one of the reasons that the United Nations has not been able to pass this convention on terrorism, because different countries are contesting this idea of terrorism. We have a country bordering India which still retains the infrastructure of terrorism, which trains terrorists and injects them across the border, which allows them to preach hatred and recruit and mobilize funding. I'm talking of the Lashkar-e-Toiba. So these kind of ambiguities must end, and this is exactly what the Prime Minister has been saying. And let's not forget, Sanket, that he was there outside the Taj Hotel in Mumbai on the 27th of November, actually, where he actually said that this is probably the first time in the history of terrorism that foreign nationals were deliberately targeted to create rifts between countries. So, I mean, he clearly knows what he's talking about.
Absolutely. Sandeep, many thanks for joining us, as well as Ranjit for telling us what you actually went through. Do take care of yourself.